everyone, my name is James Clem. This is Rising Potential. Welcome to my Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn Part 2 review. Really quick, the video is in the description. Go watch it, come back, because there will be spoilers in this review. The way I will do this review, I will outline what happened in the episode, and I'll give you the pros and cons, in my opinion, what I thought they were, and then I'll give you an overall grading of the episode. Also, if you're wondering why the Halo Reach gameplay may be a little bit choppy, it's because a while back I did some fan appreciation matches with a few of my fans, which I might still do again, maybe when Halo 4 comes out. And I tried using a new video capturing where I just screen capped my screen. I may or may not continue that, but anyway, let's get into the review. So, like I said, go watch it, come back so you don't get spoiled. So, the outline, in the very beginning, we start off with a Halo 4 game opening, not from the actual video game, but it's like it's probably CGI, and it just shows Cortana talking to herself, saying, well, for between now and when, obviously when Halo 4 begins, I have nothing to do, and I'm just sitting here thinking about stuff. So she's pretty much going rampant, like she's starting to journey to that point where she's going to become Psycho, which will probably be in Halo 4, obviously. And the next scene we have what Lasky and all the other characters, they wake up, and at first I think that they're doing like a training exercise, or at first I think that they're under attack. Turns out it's just a training exercise for them waking up and getting ready in gear. One person actually fails to get in gear in like 50-something seconds, and then that general asshole says, "You're already dead, soldier." So they're just training to get like into gear really quick, I guess, for battle. After that, it shows two characters, which I forget their name, but it's a blonde chick and some other guy with a shaved head, almost shaved head, and they're watching this video, which it says classified. And this video reminds me of that Halo movie that appeared on YouTube a while back, and it just looks very similar, and I think it shows ODSTs fighting, and it could be Lasky's brother ODST fighting in this war zone, but it says classified. It also looks like the Halo Wars opening cinematic. Of course, it looks more real because it's not CGI. So they're watching some classified video. They say that you'll get in trouble if you watch this. I don't know what video it is. I'm wondering if that will play a much bigger role in later parts. We'll have to see. After that, they're in a scene at the lunch table where they're having lunch, and everything's very formal. It looks very uncomfortable at this campsite. And Lasky's commander, who I forget, but she's the black chick. And I don't know if this is like a stereotype, but it seems like every commander is an asshole. The general's an asshole. That was my Skype if you heard it. And Lasky's commander, that black girl, is just a douchebag. And she orders Lasky and Vickers, which is the ginger, to give her some, like, a part of her lunch. And she's just like, meh, 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 meh. I don't like her. I don't know what the hell her issue is. I don't know. I mean, I guess she's supposed to be mean on purpose, like Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket. But I don't know. It just comes across like she's being an asshole on purpose, not because she needs to be an asshole. And then after that, Vickers makes a comment regarding Lasky's mom. I think it's either the mom or the brother, I forget, but he makes a really mean comment. And Lasky's like, "Oh no, you didn't!" And then he punches him in the face, and then they start out fighting. A long time ago, I made reference to this series, and I compared it to Freddie Wong's video game High School, and there were several parts where I thought that they played exactly the same, and this part I think plays identical to the part where I forget all the characters' names in Freddie Wong's video, but the main character fights off like supposedly the antagonist, and I'm pretty sure Vickers is not the antagonist, but I'm noticing a lot of similarities between the two shows. But anyway, yeah, Lasky and Vickers, they fight it out, and it comes to a draw, and then the commander, the captain chick, orders Lasky to go with her to talk. I don't know why she didn't take Vickers with her, because, Lasky did start the fight, so that's probably why. And then the next scene, in my opinion, it's a little bit cheesy. I don't know, just the way that the captain says, I think she says, "There's a soldier in you," or like, "I know there's a soldier in you." Just the way she says it, I don't know, I couldn't take the scene seriously. I couldn't take it. I know what they were trying to do and what they were trying to come across, but I just honestly, I couldn't take her seriously. So also the next scene has the ODST scene, which I love. I love the ODST scenes. And at this point, I might think that his brother is dead, because there's a part where he actually cries when he looks at his brother. So I'm either thinking he's dead, or he is, or Lasky misses him, but he's not dead. But he could either be alive or dead. I think he's dead, but I could be wrong. Um, After that, the captain's teaching all of her students in the class about the ancient Romans and how they fought and how like all their strategic tactics. And this is actually, it might be a reference to the Fall of Reach book by Eric Nyland. Because there's a part in the book where I think an AI, I forget her name or his name, but the AI teaches John and the other Spartans like Sam and Kelly when they were kids about, I forget what ancient, it might have been the Romans too, but they're and like they taught them about wolves and how they fought together. So I thought that was a cool reference to the book, and if it wasn't, whatever. But I did notice that when I'm like, oh well, and in the Fall of Reach book, they honestly do the same exact thing, except it was with John, and he was much younger than they are. Actually, I don't even know how old they are. They could be 17 or 15. I really have no idea how old they are. If anyone knows, let me know. So I thought that was cool. If it was a reference, awesome. If it wasn't, who cares? The next scene, it skips a few, like they get ready for their last training exercise, and Lasky takes point, and he does this really cool tactic, which I'm not going to say what it is, just because I think it's really cool and you should experience it for yourself. But it involves taking off their helmets, and he uses that way to flank his team, and they end up winning the training course. And I thought that was really cool. Or I believe they end up winning, but by the end, Lasky starts running, and for some reason he just randomly collapses to the ground. I don't know why, he just randomly collapses. So that's pretty much a rough outline of the episode. I will now tell you the pros that I liked about this episode, and the cons I did not like or thought were kind of iffy on this episode, and my overall rating. So the pros, once again, the music, the angles, and the effects, they're all freaking amazing. It looks like a real place. I guess maybe from a few scenes in a distance, it does look like it's all CGI, which it obviously is. But for the most part, it looks pretty realistic, and that's a plus, definitely. I will say that the warthogs do look they do look faker than anything else around them. But still, the effects are pretty sweet. I'm actually starting to like Lasky as a character. I actually give a shit about him, which is good. I know this is only part 2, so obviously I may not care about other characters, which I actually don't. But actually, I do like the brother. I think Lasky and the brother are the two characters that I actually care about. And I'm liking how they're doing that. And this is only part 2 of a 5-part series. And part 1 was 20 minutes. Part 2 is 16 minutes. So that's a little over half an hour. And I already care about 2 characters. And then I guess you could say that's really good writing. But yeah, so far, part 2 made me care about Lasky, and his ODST brother is awesome. Like I said, I love the ODST brother scenes. I hope he's alive, but if he's dead, I guess that's alright, because that adds more to his awesomeness in the videos, and I would like to see more of those ODST scenes. Stuff that I did not like, or I thought was kind of unnecessary, just kind of made the episode not too great for me. Like I said, when I say for me, it could be great for you, but for me, I just found it lacking. Like I said, I can't take the captain seriously. I mean, it may not be that scene in particular, but it just seems like everything she says is just... I think she might be overacting. I don't know. Just from my point of view, she seems like she's overacting, and it just doesn't. I don't know. To me, it seems cheesy, but for you, you could like it. I don't know. It just came from my point of view. There's actually a scene at 5 minutes and 3 seconds where Frank O'Connor makes a cameo, and I don't know. It just, for some reason, it just brought me out of the mood, because, as you know, Frank O'Connor is the director. He's like the head guy at 343 Industries. And he's a big part of the Halo story. But just seeing him in the show, I don't know, like it took me out of the world, because we all know that Frank's a real person in real life, and he's not in the Halo world ever. And just seeing him in the show, I know it was for I know they did it just for fun and just for, like, oh look, it's Frank O'Connor cameo. It's like having Stan Lee in all the Marvel films, but I don't know. It just, to me, it just didn't really work, and it just seemed really unnecessary, and it kind of brought down the episode a little bit for me, just because it took me out of the mood knowing, oh look, this guy's a real person, but he's in a fictional world, and I don't know, it's like breaking the fourth wall. It just, I don't know, for me it didn't really work. And then Lasky's leader is an asshole. That obviously doesn't affect the episode. If we want to make, if she's trying to make us hate her, she's doing a great job. It's like Lori from The Walking Dead. So that's not really a con, but oh yeah, also I thought this episode was a bit too short. It was a great episode. I liked it a lot. But it just felt a little bit short. I think if it was a 20-minute episode like last parts, it would have been a little bit better, and maybe it would have made the other scenes I didn't like better, maybe with more information or something. But overall, I thought it was a good episode. So Yeah, overall, I just repeated that, but overall, it's my favorite episode so far. I love it a lot. I like Lasky more. I'm gonna give it a B plus. It's not an A yet. An A is a really like high perfection, if not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but really close to perfect. Overall, I did like this part, and I cannot wait for the next part. Click here for my last video where I do my Red vs. Blue episode 18 of Season 10 review, and my second to last video where I do a Halo Reach machinima called Westfall. It's pretty interesting. Check it out. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, and stay tuned for some more Rising Potential.